So going ahead from here, we will draw the slab, the mezzanine. We'll extend the slab into this area so that we get a terrace, and add some windows on top. We haven't drawn the slab on for the plinth as well, so we'll do that. Let's go to ground floor, and we can hide the trace reference first. We can draw a slab for the ground floor, so we can start from this point to this point, and we can actually copy it on top, or we can draw this thing on top again. So we'll go to the first story, and we will put the trace reference on so that we are able to draw the slab here. The slab tool, and simply draw from this point to this point. So we have slab drawn, and we need to extend that slab up to here. So we need to add to that slab. So how do we do it? We just click on this edge and click on plus, and draw a big rectangle from this point to. You can hold a cursor on this so that the imaginary line is drawn, and then it's a matter of just shifting this nodes and making this edge curved. And what else we need to do is essentially increase the heights of these walls by say 1000. So we make this 4000, so the slab gets hidden. Great. So we go to the first story, and then we need to draw some windows here. Let's see if we have circular windows. Must be there somewhere. We need to search for it. Basic windows, bay windows, empty windows, storage windows, stuff and special windows. Okay, we have a round window here. This is how it's going to be looked. So we click on, it precisely matches the size also, more or less. So we'll make it 1200. Yes, it matches perfectly, and we'll put it here, and we'll put one here. Let's look at it in 3D. It's great. And now it's a matter of putting a staircase here in this area. It's a simple staircase, so it shouldn't be a problem for us drawing this. So click on stairs tool, and we are drawing it from, now we are on the first story, we are drawing it from top to down. So we will have to use the other option, from top to down. If we want the ground floor, we'll have to use this, going from ground floor to top. So we use this option, and we have to use the edge method because we're going to define it from the edge. So we use this. I will simply click from this point to this point. And click there one more time. It has drawn it slightly longer, but that's fine. We can move this by pressing Ctrl D, moving it a little ahead so that we have enough space here to work on top. And now to look at this area in 3D, we are going to have a marquee selected like this, and go inside this cross section of the building and have a look at it. So this is how it's going to be seen, but we made a mistake. The staircases has been drawn on top, so we need to select on the staircase and we just have to change this to ground story, and there you have it changed. Now we need to cut a hole there. Let's go to first story here again, select the slab. How do we cut a hole? Select a slab and click on slab tool again here, and simply just define this shape from here to here. There we have it cut. If you look at the 3D marquee, there we have it cut. So that's about drawing. The slab is pretty much thick here, so we might want to change it into a single core and change its thickness to say 120. Alright, and because we had drawn the staircase after drawing the slabs, it has a little difference here because the slab thickness has been changed. So what we can do for this is we can change the height of this slightly. We can actually move this slightly at a high distance so that that's flushed in. And we are yet to draw the slab on the ground floor, so go to ground floor, and we've drawn a slab here but it's not showing here. I don't know why, because is it because of the marquee? Maybe. So we say show all in 3D and it shows the slab here. I think the slab is going to be a little thicker here because this is also the plinth, so we need to change this to we need to first change its core to single core and then just change it to 600, or we can make it even less. So we have it changed, and I don't know why this slab also has changed. Did I select both the slabs? Maybe. So I'll undo this a couple of times and just select only this slab and change its thickness. I'll go ahead with 300, should be pretty okay. Just save this file somewhere. So the desktop maybe, and documents, house, save. Okay, now we will look at the zone tool, how it works. Go to ground floor plan, turn off your trace reference, and in fact we need to draw some walls here because this area comprises of some toilet areas, bath areas and stuff. So we'll just approximately draw some walls. Wall, make half thick walls. And we can create some doors here. And now we need to label this rooms. Okay, so zone tool is essentially used to label your rooms, and it will give you parameters like areas, volumes and stuff. So let's see how it works. Go to zone tool, and all you need to do is just click inside. We'll come to this later. Just click inside. There will be a hammer which you will have to click again inside, and it will give you an exact area of the space. but it will label it as zone 1, zone 2, so that is something you need to change it. So I might call this as living. I'm going to remove this. It's not changed because I have not selected it, so select it and then change it over here. Alright, so likewise you can label each and every room that you have by simply clicking on this icon and clicking inside of that space, and then just changing the labels. Okay, you can change the size of these also. Must be an option to change the size somewhere. Aerial, change it to 2. Okay, so essentially now if you want to see this zone in 3D, that's also possible. It's just that you will have to hide all other geometry, and actually whatever color you have given, like you can give actually different colors to these zones. So for example, if this is the living space, you can actually change its color. And let's say we want to see a volumetric mass of the zones in the 3D. And it's quite possible. Only thing we need to tweak certain settings. We need to go to layers, for example. We need to go to layers by clicking on Ctrl L. Create on a few layers, walls, slabs, roofs, columns, etc. And then we will have to change these into those layers. So for example, if I want to put all the walls in the wall layer, I just need to click on wall icon here and say Ctrl A, and then simply change the layer over here to walls. I want to put the roof. Inside of the roof, just click onto here. Slabs, so you can just click on slab here, Ctrl A, and change this to slab. And if we now again go back to layers by going to document, layers, or typing in Ctrl L, you can actually switch these off now, and those elements would be turned off. Or the other thing that I could also do is I could convert them into wireframe modes like this. So if you just click onto this icon, if you can see the icon changes, it changes the model into wireframe mode. So everything will appear like wireframe, whatever you have, whichever layer you have made into wireframe, right? And now let's see, I want to look at the zones, how the zones are seen, the colors of the zones. Then I need view elements in 3D, filter and cut elements in 3D. Okay, so zone is put off here, so we need to highlight on the zone here, say okay. Now you can see all the zones, all the colors of the zones in the respective colors. And when you increase the heights, we can actually crop the zones just like how we crop the walls. So but we will have to increase its size way beyond this, so I'll make it 8000, and I will simply click on the roof and right click and say crop to single plane roof, and it should have worked, but maybe I'll select on the zone tool and say crop zone, and it works. So you can crop the zone exactly to the roof also. I'm only wondering why the colors of the zones are not displayed properly. Let me just find what's going wrong. So probably these colors are shown only on the floor plans, and in order to change the colors in the 3D, probably show off these elements again, but make them into wireframe. And let's just see if we have any surface colors anywhere. Not this. Oh yes. So okay, this is the one that we need to change. So we need to change these to different colors. And in fact, can we change this in the floor plan as well? It would be much easier to change them in the floor plan. Yes. So just change them here. But it won't reflect in the plan, it will reflect only in the 3D. Yeah, there it is. So it's working fine now. Only the slabs have to be hidden. The slabs have not been put in the slab layer yet. So we will select slabs here, Control A, put them in the slab layer. So that also turns into wireframe. So this is very nice. Okay, next up what we would do is we would hide the layer of zones which is modeled in its own, so that we don't get to see all those colors, and we will toggle back all our layers, convert it back to detailed mode. Right, and let's put some objects in the furnitures in the plan. So these were supposed to be off. 1 second. Morph its own. These are supposed to be on.